Thank you. I'm going to ask, could I ask that all of our family come up here? Do you mind? Teddy, Kiki, Cara, but all of our nieces and nephews too. Could you please? Joe, would you want to? Just let everybody see you. Teddy would want it this way. Would you let everybody? Because I'll try to talk fast. Thank you. Thank you. What a happy day indeed. And while everybody in our family, I just wanted you to see everybody, because this is so important to us. Thank you. While everybody is filing up here, I just want to thank all of those who have been part of this program today, and all of Teddy's colleagues from Washington who serve now and those who served before who have made the effort to be here today, all of his colleagues in government here in the state, all of his friends and all of his staff and people who have come far and wide to share in this magnificent day with us. Thanks, everybody. How great is this? How great is this? I just want to thank everyone who has done so much to make today happen. When my husband was a young teen, he went to Washington, D.C. to visit his older hero brother, his godfather, the newly sworn-in Congressman Jack Kennedy. His brother showed him around the sights of Washington, D.C. The House office buildings, the Senate office buildings, the Supreme Court, the Library of Congress, and the beautiful domed Capitol building itself. Teddy was mesmerized, and it showed in his face, and his brother could see it. But then his big brother turned to him and said, "Teddy, it's great that you enjoy looking at these buildings, but take an interest in what happens inside of them." And those words literally changed Teddy's life. And that's what we hope to do at the Edward M. Kennedy Institute. Encourage an interest in what happens inside our government buildings, and in the process, change and enhance individual lives and the life of this great country. We want to show how throughout history, men and women of goodwill and both parties came together and addressed the greatest challenges facing our nation: civil rights, human rights, equal rights, workers' rights, war and peace, health care, economic opportunity, education, and yes, the budget. Teddy himself was at the center of many of these great debates. As we heard earlier, he made his maiden Senate speech on the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And he saw that problems could be solved, that senators could come together and deal with important issues for the good of the country. He knew that finding common ground wasn't easy, but that it was necessary. He once said, "We are Americans. This is what we do. We reach the moon. We scale the heights. I know it. I've seen it. I've lived it. And we can do it again." And that's what we're going to offer visitors at the Edward M. Kennedy Institute for the United States Senate. It's the chance to know it and see it and live it so that people can be inspired to do it again. We're going to do this in a dynamic and exciting and cutting-edge way, because Edward M. Kennedy was dynamic and exciting and always on the cutting edge. We are developing study modules so that participants can hone their skills of persuasion and negotiation. They can immerse themselves in issues, take on the role of senators, and see if they can bring their colleagues along with them. They'll learn the art of compromise. So if they're studying the Civil Rights Act of 1964 Act, for example, they'll have the opportunity to see if they can break that filibuster, if they can garner the votes to pass that historic legislation. They'll have all the possible research tools they need at their fingertips, but they won't have a script. The work of legislating, if you will be up to them. If they break the filibuster and pass the bill, they can learn about what came next. And if they don't, they'll learn about the consequences of the failure to pass the legislation. It'll be real learning. They'll know what it is to be in the trenches. They'll learn about all the parts of our daily life that we take for granted if they fail to pass the legislation. Like, if they don't pass it, they'll find out that they'll take the things we take for granted, like no discrimination on the basis of race at restaurants and hotels and movie theaters, no federal funds for discriminatory programs in colleges and universities, no discrimination in employment, and the elimination of differing requirements in order to register to vote. We take that for granted because these senators came together and broke that filibuster. They'll learn how different our nation would be if that filibuster hadn't been broken and compromise hadn't been reached. Those are lessons that Ted Kennedy learned and took to heart in the way he legislated for his entire nearly 47-year career. My husband didn't want a memorial to himself or his achievements. He wanted to create a place that would spark an interest and nurture the belief that public service can be a noble endeavor, that it can lift and change the world and our nation, that each of us can make a difference, and all you had to do is try and talk to each other. At this institute, his dream will live on. Thank you very much.